Welcome to Anita Vita Rise. All right, everybody, welcome. It's Anita Vita Rise. Anita Vita Rise, yeah. Anita Vita Rise, yeah. Anita Vita Rise, yeah. Who can make you better? Anita Vita Rise. In all types of weather, Anita Vita Rise. Get you back together, Anita Vita Rise. Go send her a letter, Anita Vita Rise. Anita Vita Rise. Anita Vita Rise, yeah. Anita Vita Rise, yeah, yeah. Anita Vita Rise.
Welcome to another episode of Rise with Anita Vita. I am your host, Anita Vita, master medical Qigong teacher and healer. And I'm so grateful and thankful that you are here. As you know, this show aims to empower women all over the place, globally, with their stories, amplifying their voices so that they become a ripple effect of healing in the world. And I'm so excited to showcase my beautiful, dear soul sister today as my special guest. She is a super mama, a serial entrepreneur, multi-passionate creative, stylist, creator of Aloha Dreamboard. Please welcome my beautiful, dear friend, Tiare Thomas Harris to the show. Hi, sister. I know, right? Aloha. She is tuning in from Hawaii.
I am. Yes. Thank you for having me.
You're most welcome, sis. I'm good. I feel like I just saw you because we did just see each other yesterday. So I'm so happy that you're here, and I'm grateful for everybody to get to know you, and I welcome you. And our theme this month is Thrive. So let us know, what's top of heart and top of mind in your life right now.
Whew, Thrive. Well, I was on backstage with you for a second. You asked me a question. What am I grateful for? And I want to start there. When it comes to Thrive, top of heart, top of mind, when I think of what I'm grateful for, it's all the things that's really helped me to thrive in the areas that I have thriven. And then whenever I am feeling down or stuck, that, I can thrive, especially when I lean on the support from amazing people like you, my soul sisters, my inner circle, my husband, my mentors. And so I feel like what really comes to mind, as well as gratitude, is community. And I feel like that's really been tugging at my heart lately. So,
how are you building community right now?
I
know you're a huge advocate for community.
Oh.
And beyond that, sisterhood. And I'd love for you to share a little bit about your journey.
Oh. Well, going back on when you and I met, I would say that, that was towards the beginning of where my community in Aloha Dreamboard and my life's purpose really started, was within those first couple of years when we first met. We met through our dear friend Angela Geary. She was on a few episodes ago, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So we collaborated. We held space for each other, and we used our unique gifts. We used what we were passionate about, our own life experiences, to share it with other women who, felt like we were all in alignment, and perhaps it was something that they were searching for too. And so, just really sharing our passion and our purpose. And that was, I can't remember what year that was. It might have been 2011 or 12 or something. But during that time was really like when I really started to create a community. Before that, I was actually really scared to even public speaking. I had a huge fear of public speaking, and that's what really helped me shy away from even creating or building a community. So, it wasn't until that around that time we met is when I really started to open up my heart and my space. And as I healed and as I grew, so did my community. The more that I shared vulnerably, so did my community, and it started to grow. And now it's to the point where I have a online and in real life community called the Dream Haven, and it's a safe space for people to share their dreams, share where they're stuck, and then share their celebrations, celebrate with each other. But yeah, I mean, it's been a journey, and I can see as I continue to heal and grow, the community will become tighter. We'll have build more trust, and be able to manifest bigger dreams together, and it'll be fun.
Thank you for sharing that, because as you know, in looking back, it was 2013 actually when you first hosted at that awesome dance studio. It was really fun. You guys, at the time of my life, I was really seeking community, specifically around, with women. And when I met her, she's just this ball of such nurturing energy. The Aloha really runs through her, and you can feel it in her presence. And she was super, and she still is, not was super fun, but she's so fun. And if you can tell, like from her background, she has a unique way of teaching dreamboarding, and she calls it dreamboarding, or dreamboarding. And it's just so unique. And the way she designs it and how she styled it, dreams actually come and manifest like even faster. And so I call her like my manifesting maven. I tell you, like, every time we meet and we catch up every week about, our wins, our celebrations, she's like, you guys, this happened, this happened, this happened. So now I got to do a new dream board. She had like 4 dream boards, like all over her house. And it's fascinating to see, because you get to see what's possible, when you stay with that vision. And so tell us a little bit about the unique way that you teach dream boarding and manifesting your dreams. And now with the Dream Haven on board, how are these ladies manifesting their dreams through your teaching and just being around you? How is that like?
Well, with the whole dream manifestation and doing a dream board, it's taken me quite a few rounds to really get it to where it's at right now, as far as like manifesting things a lot faster. But it totally works. I mean, the first time I did it, the first thing that came true on my dream board, it was like actually a cluster of things that were on my dream board. And it was about 2.5 weeks after I created it. And the cool thing is, the fun part about it is that, you can get really specific, or you can be very vague about what it is that you want. But it's all about really like exploring what it is that you truly desire, what's most in alignment with your values, especially as you start to discover your values. And it's been a way to like help me navigate through life, to say yes to things and to say no to things, because they're either going to bring me closer to my dreams or they're going to take me away from my dreams. And so I discovered that back in 2009, I was actually going through a divorce, and I had gained over 40 pounds in less than 6 months. I stopped surfing. I was embarrassed to even be seen in my bathing suit anymore. I didn't even want to see people, period, because I didn't want them to ask like how I was doing. But I was going through a lot. And I also, didn't know what I was going to do career-wise, because my whole life, was just like, I thought at the lowest low. And then, it took me some time to get to a point where I could even believe that I was worthy of love and attract and create the relationship I have now, which I'm very happy with. My husband, who I have manifested like to the T on my dream board, everything and beyond. That's him. Yeah. So for me, what I've discovered is that, the dream board, like I've learned about it a long time ago in The Secret about manifesting. And then when a friend introduced to me the vision board or the dream board, I had guidance, but it was very general. It was a very vague guidance, like look for things you want to manifest. And then over time, as I started to learn different things for mindset, like to strengthen my mindset, also things that would help me to heal. And then I also learned about feng shui. I learned all these different things that were actually helping my life to be just like more joyful. And throughout that time, I started to curate, like I started to mix all these different learnings within what I was doing on my own dream board, and then also sharing it with my students. My husband's home. Hi, honey. Do you want to come over here really quick? And then Daddy can take you back quickly. Come here. Come, baby. Come. Okay. He's just going to monkey around for a little bit. Anyway, so with all that being said, my dream board has really helped me, especially as I've gone through it over and over. Hey, come here. Oh, let's say hi to Auntie and everybody. Say hi, everybody.
Hi, Lewis.
Hi, Auntie.
Hi.
I love you. Okay. So anyway, where was I? Yes, that is Lewis. Literally, he was on my dream board, and one of my biggest dreams I have actually manifested. Because my husband and I both put our son up on our dream board. We even named him before we even got pregnant. So that was cool. So anyway, back to my story. Where was I? All of my dreams, they didn't all happen at once. But the cool thing is, it was kind of like that popcorn effect. It was like, oh, this one happened. Oh, this one happened. And it started to become fun, and I started to understand the flow of it. And so every time that I up-level my manifestation skills, I share what works for me with my students or with my clients. And in the Dream Haven, the reason why I created that was because, okay, now you have your dream board. What's next, right? So there's our method that makes us unique because of everything we combine. But then it's like, what do I do with it after that? I'm just going to put it in my closet, or it starts to get dusty, or you don't see it anymore. And that's something that's a common thing for people. And so that's why with the Dream Haven, we're really focused on having frequent conversations and sharing all kinds of classes, offering coaching sessions with other coaches to really strengthen your manifestation muscles so that you can achieve these dreams a lot faster, and you don't just forget about them and pull them out 5 years later, seeing, oh, wow, it actually worked. But you can actually enjoy the process and be grateful. And trust me, it just manifests a lot faster when there's more focus on it.
I agree. I mean, I also have a dream board, and, it lights me up. And I remember when I first learned your technique, because you have a Feng Shui Bagua technique that you use, it's just made it more laser focused for me. And it's like really fun. I think, and what I found was it didn't have to be at the beginning of the year, because you're manifesting so much. I think I do it almost every quarter and just update it. And I'm a visual learner. So this is something that I anchor into to help remind me. And I know you also teach kids. So I think that's such a great, segue into all the other things that you do. And, as a creative, you're not-for-profit sector as well. And that how you're building it and how you're really teaching young kids. And when I saw, and when you shared with me that, you went on your friend's show and talked about like mental health and mental illness, I think this is such a beautiful way of healing, because you use dreamboarding as a source of healing. And I don't think I've ever heard it that way before. And when you shared your story, I think it's like really powerful. How has that impacted your life, being able to be a mentor to these kids, and not only the community that you're building and the women that you're with in your community, but these children, these kids who get to see their dreams manifest and be reminded to stay dreaming even into later on in life after school.
So thank you for bringing that up. My nonprofit, that is a huge dream of mine. That's probably the biggest dream I have, and that's the legacy that I am building, so that not just my son and that his generation of kids can benefit, but I'm talking 1, 2, 3, 500 years from now and beyond what I can see. But I want to make it more accessible for teens to have something like this. And so I've been developing a program so that I can offer it to them so that they have the support that they deserve. A lot of times, as I grew up, from my own personal experience and even my friends too, is, I didn't have any guidance when it came to helping me to define, like, what are my values? What is my life's purpose? It was more so, what do you want to be? Who do you want to be? Well, what if I just want to be me, but I don't know who I am yet, and I want a space to explore that? And so that's what my program and my nonprofit that I'm building is going to be offering for kids. So, this is something where it's like, okay, one, you get to, as a child, have this space to look at it from the perspective of, oh, I get to be the boss of my life. So I call it a boss board for the kids. The same board, I do the same categories. I go through 9 core areas of your life, and I call it a life board for the adults. But the boss board just sounds cooler for them. Be the boss of your life. They love that. And they really start to let down their walls, because now they don't have somebody really ordering them around or trying to dictate what they're doing, but more so holding space and guiding them in a way that's really going to allow them to fully go deeper and explore. So I ask them very specific questions so that they can really deepen their thought and go inwards to get those answers that wind up going on their dream board. So instead of just looking outward first of what does everybody else have that looks good to me, it's going inwards and what is it that I truly desire, and how do I want to feel? And in order to feel this way in my health or career or in love or traveling or anything that lights them up, they get to go, okay, well, if I want to feel vibrant, or if I want to feel like I'm having a joyful life, well, what are all the things that would help support that or enhance that lifestyle? And then they start to put all these things down. So the original way of dream boarding that I learned and discovered through many different, whether it was books or YouTube videos or other people, is, okay, look for the things that you want to manifest in the magazine, put it on your dream board, and it'll happen. Well, it does work to some degree, but the method that I share, the reason why it's different is because we actually don't start with the images. We start with within, and that's where I incorporate my life coaching as a NLP master practitioner. I incorporate those exercises within the method so we can go deep, and then they journal, and then once they are very clear on what they want, then they start to look for the images that represent those things that came out. And then at the end, they're so proud, you can just tell that they're totally radiant with joy, excitement, pride, all of these amazing qualities just really come out in these kids as they start to go deeper and start to realize what their dreams are.
Have you gotten in touch with any of them did they complete their dream board with after the workshop, or are you able to follow up afterwards?
So my nonprofit hasn't been launched yet. But what I have been doing for all these years now is I've gotten to go to different schools and worked with different nonprofits to do the work with the kids. Some I'll get little thank you notes that are really meaningful, saying things like, at first I didn't want to take this class. This was a child from Molokai. I didn't want to take this class, but I'm so happy that I did. And I'm so grateful because I didn't know what I wanted to do before I took this class. And now I feel like I have a deeper sense of who I am and what I want to do. So it's like messages like that I'm like, yes, this is why we got to keep doing this. Yeah. It's fueling to the purpose. And I just can't deny that. So, with kids, it's a little bit different. It's not like, you can just call them all up or anything like that. Through the nonprofits, there's a lot of, rules where it's like, you can't really have the direct connection with the kids, afterwards, just for privacy reasons. Yet, in the future, when we're doing this nonprofit, depending on, which kids we're offering this for, we'll be able to establish those like longer term relationships versus the ones that we may never know. Like there was one we did at IHS, one of the homeless shelters here. And, we did quite a few dream boards with the kids. And like one of the kids had to leave just out of the blue with no notice. And so we will never know. I mean, maybe we will later, but I have no idea like what their life looks like moving forward. But I do know deep down in my heart, I was able to make an impact that could have sparked some sort of inquisitive or curiosity towards their purpose and passion towards making a difference in the planet. Does that make sense?
Yeah, absolutely. I just, I know you wear so many hats, and I know that was that was a huge dream of yours for it to come true. And I remember I had a chance to participate. It's still going. And I had a chance to participate to sponsor one of the kids. And I was just like, it was so beautiful to see that come to fruition. I didn't know you didn't launch yet, sis, because, we always talk about, right, in manifesting, we talk about that it had already happened. And so we don't do any future projections. It's created in the here and now, right? Present moment. And so my bad when I'm like, oh yeah, you're not for profit. But it's, just like,
you are correct. Like that's in the makings. All the legal stuff is in the makings. Mm-hmm. Yet we were still able to sponsor kids. We were still able to do the work with the kids. I didn't let the documents hold me back from still serving. Yeah. And so, in time, it'll be like that official thing. Yet until then, we get to do it grassroots way on the side. Does that make sense?
Absolutely. Yeah. And I'm glad you said that you did it anyway, regardless of, because how many of us hold ourselves back because we wanted to reach these levels first, right? Like, let's do this step. Yet I know, in getting to know you, you're able to find a solution regardless. It's like, well, I'm going to create this anyway, because this is what's on my heart. I know there's a way for me to serve regardless, right? And I know the paperwork will make it official at some point, but that's not going to stop me. And so whoever is listening, notice where you are holding yourself back and creating something that you want to do and allowing. And for me, I always like to use spirit, like allowing spirit to move through you to serve anyway, and recognize that you're supported regardless. So I know you're that type of creator where you're just like, oh, well, like, I know it's going to go through, but here's what I can do. Tell us a little bit about, gosh, how do you balance it all as a stylist, as a model, as a new mama, entrepreneur, life coach, business coach, and then some?
Well, one, when it comes to balance, I honestly don't strive for balance. I personally don't, because and you and I and Angela talk about this a lot. I believe that there are seasons. There are seasons where I'm going to be more focused and attentive on a certain area of my life, where the other areas, will be flowing, and then maybe something will be dropped. Yet paying attention, having my dream board as my anchor, and then also practicing mindfulness by checking in and having a supportive community, and then also having accountability set up. That's what really helps me to flow in the way that I do. When I get stuck, I have tools that I apply on myself. I also have my own coaches. I also have 2 different masterminds I meet with every week. That's you and Angela, and then I have my Glitter Sisters mastermind. And so with our Glitter Sister mastermind, what helps me when it comes to my goals, like as far as achieving different goals, we go through 8-week goal cycles. Also, we check in every week by asking each other and going over what worked, what didn't work, and what's next moving forward, so that we can get back on track or thrive in our goals. And so just by them holding space for me to share and hold myself accountable, that really helps set me up for like a more successful flow. And then they coach me through whenever I do feel stuck or I'm procrastinating or self-sabotage comes up. And then also having accountability mastermind with you and Angela, that's where I get to really express myself and share like really what's tender on my heart, because that's our theme usually every week. Although lately we've been planning our retreat, our Soul Lux retreat. So that's been exciting. But really, like, honestly, having my dream board helps me to navigate through life while really staying true to my authentic voice, staying true to my values, staying true to what I put on there when I was in a really clear headspace and when I went really deep, and then helps me to grow. So it's a recipe of everything, really. There's so much.
Yeah. And you accomplish it so quickly. You're such a, an action taker, yet also recognizing the balance of also being still. So that's what I recognize in you, as every time Angela and I are like, you did what? You made how many workbooks in under modules? Like, that was like so fun. I was like, man, and here's the thing. And we've talked about this too, where, our level of performance is higher than most of the average person. We do peak perform all the time because we have such large visions, and for each other and for other people. So it's no wonder that, oh man, when you're like, I really wanted to make 20 workbooks, but I made 14. like you made 14. I don't even know how to make one. I'm struggling to do one. So, and you do it so gracefully, so gracefully.
Thank you.
Tell me, sis, like, what words do you live by? What is, and I'm sure you have many mantras. What is in the thick of it when you're going, right? And then you hit these roadblocks or this resistance around your next level of growth. What do you tell yourself?
Well, definitely that I'm a worthy woman. I'm worthy of love. I'm worthy of achieving my dreams, living my dream life. And I would say like that's the main words that come up the most. And then a little saying I like to bring up all the time is dress the part to be the part. So it's not just about like what you're wearing to embody the qualities that, perhaps it'll help enhance in you. But also your dream board, dress the part to be the part. So if you have that vision, you're going to be able to see more clearly what it is that awaits you, what it is that you're truly worthy of. And that I get to look at every single morning. I look at my dream board. I dance in front of my dream board. I bring my child in front of my dream board, and I look at it, and it's such a great reminder for me to keep dreaming, keep believing that I'm worthy of living my dreams.
Beautifully said, sis. I'm so grateful that you're in my life and that you're able to just anchor in this aspect of yourself. And we meet every week. So for those of you, watching and listening, Tiare talks about accountability partners and being accountable with other people so that you actually get stuff done. And, Tiare has been one of those ladies for me, in addition to Angela. So every week we have to show up with something, and we have a group text going, and it's like we do the check-in and we ask what's most important is how we want to be supported. And I think that's really important too, because it's different for everyone, whether it's like a quick text or is it a call, a shared calendar. And I'm just grateful that we are in this community and mastermind together. Now, how could we support you? How could we find you? What are you up to right now so that we can help you shine and add more to the growth of your community and being community with you?
Wow. Wow. Let me just tell you, darling. Right now, I'm actually building out a new program. It's called the Dream Life and Legacy Accelerator Program. And so I help purpose-driven women and professionals and light workers to get more clarity on how to navigate through life within, or by using your dream board, by using all of these different methods that I share for the year online, and we'll have some in real life things too going on. But this is really an opportunity for people to really strengthen their manifestation muscles, to get more clarity on their purpose, on their true calling, on what their authentic voice looks like and sounds like and feels like, and how to really manifest their dreams, their dream life, and accelerate in that. And then the newest part of the program too that I am building out is a legacy board. And so basically, you get to, after you do your life board, which is focused on all your areas of your life, all the core areas at least, we create another vision board specifically on your impact that you're going to make on multiple generations to come long after you're here on Earth. And so that's where I'm the most passionate about, especially with children. So this is for adults only, but in time we'll have it set up for the kids. And so you can find me on Instagram, Aloha Dreamboard. If you want to DM me for any questions, feel free. I'm also offering a strategy call. If you want to do a 20-minute strategy call, just DM me. And then just message Rise with Anita. And that way I know where you came from and how I can support you is what we're going to go over. So, yep, that's pretty much what's going on coming up and how you can connect.
Thank you for being here, sis. I'm so grateful to just host you here and let everybody know just what's possible when you are in community, when you allow your dreams to lead you, and having the accountability with each other. And you're just such an amazing person and woman, and I'm so grateful to have you in my life. And now my community gets to know you and also stay in touch.
Awesome. Thank you, Anita. And I just want to end with, I'm so proud of you for you to have your show, and Anita Vita Rise with your song and all, and your logo. Everything looks so good. It's so dreamy, and it really is inspiring to see you thrive in your element and giving back to the community in the way that you know best, because you have so much to offer and provide. And I really am honored to be on your show and grateful to know you and to be so loved by you and know that you are so loved by me.
I received that, sister. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate you. I will see you backstage because, we're always going to be chatting it up. I appreciate you. And I look forward to having you on my show again, because I know you're going to have so many other things planned and so many other launches and so many great, amazing goals that you always set forth. And I look forward to just having my community stay in touch with you and to bring you back on for part 2. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I can't wait to see you in Hawaii. I can't
Ooh,
wait to
yes.
hug you and see you in person. I
Yes.
appreciate you. And
Very
we'll talk more, sis. Thank you for being here.
Thank you, Anita. Thank you, everybody. Aloha.
Well, there you have it, you guys. Thank you for being here. Thank you for just listening in on a new perspective. Every time I bring a woman on here to inspire you, to motivate you, to just showcase what is possible, I am always so grateful that you tune in live. And for those watching the recording, be sure to stay in touch with me if you have any questions around healing sessions, having a life coach to guide you, and just having that support with anything that's happening in your life, because I know that's just so crazy a time that we're living, and know that you are never alone. As always, thank you for being here. I will see you next week. I root for your rise. Bye, everyone.
Anita Vida.